Alright guys, so today's video is kind of another little MyLeague scenario that I am doing. I'm sorry, but I'm probably not going to be doing many more rebuilds, if not any, before 2K17. Just wanted to point that out to you guys. A couple of you guys were asking me in a couple of my most recent videos. But yes, as I did say, this was a comment left on my most recent video. I forget your name, man. Sorry. Hopefully the comment's up on the screen. I know I apologize to whoever left the comment for... it's one of my most recent videos that I didn't put it up on the screen, and I said I did, but... my bad. Probably shouldn't happen here, but we are doing the top 5 players at every position. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. My opinions only, really, but I basically put the best small forwards on whoever's team that is. So LeBron's on the Cavs, Curry's on the Warriors, stuff like that. You'll figure it out real quick. So taking a look at the Cavs, 5-man rotation, no stamina, no team chemistry. I put Kevin Durant at the point guard position. He's a good ball handler. Honestly, he's like thin as a twig, so I don't think he's going to really body anyone. He can't play power forward or center. Paul George was a shooting guard, so I just put him at shooting guard. Carmelo Anthony's fine. Honestly, these three right here could be interchangeable, but I think like LeBron's probably the strongest out of all of them. Then honestly, I don't know. I just put Kawhi at the power forward position. Heading over to the Kings, though, this is the best center, and DeMarcus Cousins, who I think Karl-Anthony Towns obviously won the skills competition this year, so I put him at the point guard position. He can also shoot a little bit. Same goes with DeMarcus Cousins, and then honestly, none of these guys can shoot. I feel like worst here is Jordan, then Drummond, then Whiteside, but that's really whatever. It really doesn't matter. Pelicans is the best power forwards. I put Draymond Green here because he can shoot. Paul Millsap can occasionally shoot. Aldridge is the king of mid-range cheese. Anthony Davis is the best power forward, so I'm going to run him at power forward. And Blake Griffin, honestly, these two were interchangeable, but I just left them where they are because I really just don't care. Best shooting guard goes to James Harden. Klay Thompson at the point guard position just because I don't even know at this point. It really doesn't matter. I mean, he is 6'7", so I guess maybe I could have ran him somewhere else. Actually, yeah, let's just switch. Let's just put Dwayne Wade there, even though probably better ball handling skills, but I don't really care. They're all going to be playing on the floor. It doesn't really matter who brings the ball up. But finally, the Warriors, who have the best point guard in the NBA, in my opinion, Steph Curry. Chris Paul is playing point guard just because he's only 6 feet tall. Everyone else here is 6'3", I believe. Russell Westbrook's definitely the most aggressive out of all of these players, so I'm definitely going with him at center. And then I think it's probably Kyrie, and then probably Dame and Steph. So Steph can also be a shooting guard occasionally. If you change his overall position to shooting guard, it goes up to a 99 for some reason. Not quite sure what that is, but basically I'm going to do the team that I think is going to win it all, the small forwards. Might be the center. Centers occasionally win the cheese. See you guys at the end of the season because I can't play a game with 5 teams. It doesn't work like that. Alright guys, here at the end of season number 1, DeMarcus Cousins, your MVP on the centers team. 28.5 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, and 14 assists. Jesus Christ, Boogie. Alright, Karl-Anthony Towns wins Rookie of the Year, also on the centers teams. 27 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, and 10 assists. Triple-double squad on the whole centers team over here. Noah Sixman, Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year on the power forwards team. As expected. You feel like he always wins it. CJ McCollum doesn't matter. Tyronn Lue wins Coach of the Year as the small forwards do go 77-5. I'll go over the player stats and the standings at the end in 1 second, honestly. What I didn't realize is I have 4 teams in the West and 1 in the East. Probably could have split that up a little bit better, but I just want to put the best player on their team. In the East, obviously the Cavs are going to lead that up by a lot of games. 28 they led the Raptors on, but they were the only best team. I don't even know how to describe that really, but the West is really where it really gets interesting. The power forwards actually... Oh, sorry. I thought I went over for a second. The power forwards and the centers tied at 70 and 12. Then we have the point guards at 66 and 16. And then the shooting guards, who I thought would be like the third best, went 54 and 28. All right, I guess maybe their team chemistry just didn't work at all. But we're going to look at the player stats for all teams. For the small forwards, Kevin Durant led us in scoring with 30 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. Still the small forwards, LeBron James 24.5 points per game, 10 rebounds and 10 assists. Paul George 22 points per game, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Carmelo Anthony 21 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And Kawhi Leonard 20.5 points per game, 10.5 rebounds and 3 assists. And these guys just play because people foul out. Can't really do anything about that. Yeah. So heading over to the next team on here, which should be the Kings. MVP DeMarcus Cousins, 28.5 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, 14 assists. Already read you his stats. Same with Karl-Anthony Towns. You can pause the video at any point that you really feel like it. For Andre Drummond, though, 25 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 1 assist. Not bad from him at all. He's a scorer, obviously, but I don't even know. On this team, I feel like he wouldn't put up that good of stats. DeAndre Jordan, 15 points per game, 12.5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. Hassan Whiteside, 12 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. And obviously, these players play because people foul out. Heading over to the next team, which is the New Orleans Pelicans with the best centers. Blake Griffin, 20.5 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists. Anthony Davis, 27.5 points per game, 12.5 rebounds, 3 assists. Marcus Aldridge, 25.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 2 assists. Paul Millsap, 22 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 7 assists. You can pause the video at any point. I don't know why Draymond Green never scores on here. I don't understand. Whenever I do top 5 videos, he never puts up more than like 10 points. I don't really understand it. The shooting guards who struggled for some reason. Honestly, I'm getting sick of reading stats, so you can pause at any point that you want. Yeah, cool. Go ahead, pause that. And finally, the Golden State Warriors were the best point guards. Go ahead and pause this at any point that you want. But see, this is why I put Russ at the center position. 15 rebounds per game, 23.5 points, 6.5 assists. Beastly stats from him. But let's get into the playoffs. I still think the small forwards are going to win, so we can go game by game over here. Always simulate. So the Cavs are obviously up 1-0. So no team plays each other. So I'm pretty sure they all should sweep round 1. In theory, they would. Oh, okay. I guess in theory they don't. So clearly that didn't work. Who is on the Thunder that I traded for him? I know I moved someone. Really? So 3 centers, a point guard, a power forward can beat this team wherever the hell the Rockets are. Okay, 2K. Yeah, okay. Another stupid logic by 2K. But let's go game by game. So the centers beat... Actually, that doesn't even matter. But the centers... I mean, I meant the power forwards. But sorry, this is getting very confusing for me. The centers beat the point guards in game 1. Game 2, the point guards beat the centers. That's really the only match I'm worried about because neither... I mean, the Cavs are obviously going to sweep the East, probably. The point guards are actually up 2-1 on the Cavs. And moving on... And now it's 2-2. Let's go game by game here. The point guards are up 3-2 and 3-3. Let's simulate this with SimCast just to make it a little bit interesting. I'm obviously not going to be hopping in because I can't because I'm not user and controlling this team right now. Close game, but it looks like the point guards are going to take it away. So obviously the Cavs aren't going to have any issues with the Chicago Bulls. I probably should have thought this out better, but I didn't. So the point guards versus the power forwards, so this should be interesting. The Cavs win game 1, obviously they're going to sweep. But the point guards win game 1 over here. Honestly, this is what I'm going to do. Power forwards win game 2. Power forwards win game 3. The point guards win game 4. All right. The point guards win game 5. We have a game 7. We do. Power forwards versus point guards. Let's see who gets it done. Power forward. Oh, or it looks like we're going back and forth. And it is the power forwards and the small forwards are competing for the NBA Finals. Personally, I thought... Actually, I definitely thought the power forwards or the small forwards were going to make it. I thought the centers were. Typically, the centers are overpowered. I never get it. I don't know why, but they always are. But the small forwards win game 1. The small forwards win game 2. 2-1. All right. 3-1. And let's simulate this with SimCast. Just see if we can get it done here. I'm going to go a little bit slower, but I just want to talk to you guys about it. Hopefully, you guguys did enjoy this. Any more suggestions, leave them down in the comments section. I'm sorry if there's not daily uploads. I'm sorry, as I told you in the last video, I am in school now, so... it's a lot of work for me to get home because I do play football, to get home at night and then having to do all my homework. I don't know if you guys are in high school, but that's how junior year is hell. So yeah, sorry about that. A power forwards do win this game, so there may or may not be a video every day. I just wanted to tell you guys that. But getting into this, looks like I think the small forwards should pull it out here. I'm going to go a little bit faster because this is getting really long. Yeah, looks like the small forwards are just running away with it. All right, we can... Whoa. Okay, that came out of nowhere. And we're going to a game 7. Maybe I'll play a little bit if it really gets down to it. Maybe try to win the small forwards championship if they don't end up blowing them out, which it looks like they are in the first quarter right now. Let's get into this. We're going back and forth. And yeah, the small forwards won. No big deal there. Cleveland Cavaliers are your NBA champions. Finals MVP is probably LeBron. Yeah, that is. 7 games, 48 minutes pretty much, so we barely fouled out. Maybe fouled out once. 25 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 1.5 steals, 3 blocks, 2.5 turnovers. So, once again, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to drop this video a like down below. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Once again, there's not going to be videos every day. That's my bad, man. We're going to go over the playoff stats, though. Excuse me, where are the playoff stats? Okay, I guess I can't go over the playoff stats anymore, but... we can just look at these stats for the power forwards. Cool, because that's the first thing that popped up. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. Any more scenarios down in the comment section. I will see you guys all in the next video.